Okay. What does it mean to cheer? After cheering all night, what does that mean to cheer?
Yeah, means there must be celebration
Okay.
of.
So, yay, right? Something. My voice is hoarse. I can't
Yeah,
do it. Yay, my voice. Okay.
yeah.
Can you read the sentence? What does it say?
So hoarse means deep voice because of
hmm
coughing, ailing, smoking.
hmm And can you read the sentence that I have up on the screen? Or you still don't see it?
Uh, yes,
Yes, you don't see it?
yes, sir.
Yes, you see it?
There is no.
No, you don't? That's so strange. It's taking a very long time. Okay, I'm going to put it in the Discord chat. So maybe you can see it there. Do you see
Yes,
it in the
yes.
Discord chat? I wonder why you can't see it. The people watching, do you see it on the screen?
Uh,
It should have appeared by now. Can you read the sentence, Pachu? What does it say?
okay, so yes, yes, yeah, yeah. Okay.
You can see it.
After cheering,
hmm
yeah, after cheering all night, his voice was hoarse.
Okay. Now let's think about that word after. After. Just think about the vowel sounds. After. Are they big sounds or little sounds?
After is a big sound.
Okay. Well, how many vowel sounds do you hear in that word?
After is uh one.
There are two vowel sounds. After.
Yeah,
After.
yeah,
So there's a So there's
yeah.
uh, a, uh. Tell me about those vowel sounds.
Oh,
Are they big sounds?
ah, yeah, it's a big sound.
Both or just one?
No, initial.
Okay, and what about the second one? Is that a big sound or a little sound?
Is uh, cheering.
Oh, no, after. So the two vowel sounds.
Yeah, after.
About yeah.
Yeah,
So a is big. What about Is that short or long in duration?
yeah. Last is short,
Okay,
short.
so after. Can you say that?
After,
After. After. Okay.
after,
hmm
after.
Okay. How about the next word? Can you say the next word? What is the next word?
It's a cheering.
Okay. Cheering. Cheering. E-uh. E-uh. Are those big sounds?
Cheering
Are those big sounds or little sounds?
is a big sound.
Both or just one?
Uh, the first
Okay, the first one is big. What about the second sound? Is that big or small?
is second is a small.
Okay. Cheering. E-uh. E-uh. Can you say that? Cheering.
Cheering,
Okay.
cheering.
And we're starting to get that pattern that English likes of big, small, big, small. After cheering, after cheering. That's the rhythm that English likes.
Yeah.
Big, small, big, small. Can you say both of those words? After cheering.
After cheering,
Okay. And then we have all night, all night, all night.
all night,
That's
all night.
that's I. What do you think about those vowel sounds?
Yeah, it's all night.
hmm
All, all is small. All
Oh no, I think
night is
really big. All night. All I. All I. All is big. All is really big. All night. All night.
all night.
You don't hear that it's big? All night.
Yeah.
Let's compare.
Oh,
Okay. I'll say all in a very short way. Oh, oh,
oh.
oh. You hear the difference?
Oh, yeah.
So it's not oh. Okay, maybe some people will say it like that. Some people will say oh, but that would be very hard to understand because it's a very long sound. Oh, oh,
All,
hmm all night, all night.
all night,
hmm
all night.
And we continue with our pattern of big, small, big, small, big, small. After cheering all night. Can you say?
After after cheating all night.
After cheering all night. His voice,
After cheating all night.
his voice, his voice.
His voice.
So
His
we have
voice.
two words together and they both have vowel sounds. Are they big or small? It oi, it oi, it oi.
The first is small
hmm
and the next is big.
Okay, can you say those two words?
Is voice.
His
His
voice,
voice.
his voice.
His voice.
So after cheering all night, his voice.
After cheating all night, his voice
Okay, and then we have was hoarse, was hoarse, was hoarse.
was hoarse.
How many
Was
vowel sounds?
hoarse.
Was hoarse.
Was horse. 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 Three
I hear
was horse.
I hear two vowel sounds. Or, or, or. Well, maybe I mean you could consider W a vowel sound if you want. Let's say how many
Yeah.
syllables. Let's do it that way. How many syllables?
Was horse. Was horse.
Mhm.
Two
Okay.
horse.
And what do you think about the duration? Is one of them big and one of them small?
Yes. The first gets a little sound, a little time,
Okay.
and the next is gets it's longer time.
Okay, can you say those two words?
Is was horse.
Was horse. Was horse.
Sorry, was horse.
After cheering all night, his voice was hoarse.
After cheating all night, his voice was hoarse.
Okay. How would you make a yes no question with that sentence?
So, does his voice? Sorry, was his voice hoarse?
Okay, after cheering all night.
Yes. After cheating all night,
Okay.
was his voice hoarse?
You know what's funny? Let's just notice something that's interesting here because when we say his voice was hoarse, is was a big word or a small word? His voice was hoarse.
His,
Is was a big word or a small word in that phrase? His voice was hoarse.
his voice was hoarse. Hoarse is big.
No, what about was? Is that a big sound or a little sound? Is that a big word or a little word in our phrase?
Yes, a little.
It is. It's very little. His voice was hoarse.
Yeah.
His voice was hoarse. You almost can't hear it. His voice was hoarse.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not an important word in that phrase. It's a very unimportant word. But if you're making a question, suddenly it becomes a very important word because it's a way of signaling you're asking a question, right? So, how do you think you should
Yes.
pronounce it if it's a question?
So was his voice
Mhm.
hoarse?
Was his voice hoarse? Suddenly, it's a really big sound that you have to make. Was his voice hoarse?
Was his voice hoarse?
Yeah. So in the sentence, it's a very insignificant, unimportant word. His voice was hoarse. You almost can't hear it. But when you make the
Yeah.
question, this is a signal. I'm asking a question. So it's a big word. Was his voice hoarse?
Was his voice hoarse?
Does that make sense? Is that pretty clear?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
So, was his voice hoarse after cheering all night? Can you make the entire question?
So after cheering all night, was his voice hoarse?
Okay. After cheering all night, was his voice hoarse? That's a very big word in that sentence.
Yeah. After cheering all night, was his voice hoarse?
Okay, is it a night or is it all night? Which one is better?
It's all night.
That's right. Say it again, but try to pay attention to the length of the vowels of the words.
Okay. So after cheering all night, his voice was hoarse.
Make it
Sorry.
a question. You have to use the question form. Was,
Yeah.
of course.
Okay. So after cheering all night, was his voice hoarse?
Okay. How would you answer no to that question?
So after cheering all night, uh, no, his voice was not hoarse.
Okay. Can you make a contraction?
So after cheering all night, no, his voice wasn't hoarse.
No, his.
Voice
Oh, does,
was
if you put no and his in conversational English, if you put the words no and his together, how is it pronounced? How does it sound?
yeah. So no
Oh,
heat.
so now we have two vowels coming up against each other, so we have to make it extra big, extra long. No is, no is.
No heat.
Oh, no, his voice wasn't hoarse.
No, his voice wasn't hoarse.
That's right. Okay. All right, let's do another word here. We're going to use the word ghastly. This is